Randy Jessen here again. Today's a little bit different kind of experience for us. I'm back in our sanctuary, our primary worship center, but it looks a little different today because today is the launch of our Vacation Bible School. So some of you may also be doing the group Weird Animals Vacation Bible School. So I'm part of the zoo crew today doing the storytelling section. But I wanted to come to you today to be able to talk a little bit more about our case study project, because this is a great example of how activity and mission and ministry happens in the life of a church in a real cross-cultural setting. So even though our community here in Colorado, we live on the south side of the Denver metro area, we are a pretty we're not very diverse, let me say it that way. So even though we don't have a lot of variety of ethnic backgrounds and things like that, we have a variety of experiences that young people share as they grow up in unique families. And so we're expecting kids from all over our community, about 275 kids who will arrive today. For some of you, that's a big deal. 275 would be a lot. For others, you've done vacation Bible schools with 500 or 600 or something of that kind. But it's a great undertaking because the children who walk through our door and the families who bring them will come from a variety of backgrounds. About a fourth of them will be our children, the kids that we already know. The rest of them will be kids from the community, and we will be engaging them in a way that helps us to learn about them and learn about their needs and their experience and be able to share the gospel of Christ with them, hopefully in a way that impacts their life journey. So it's an important ingredient for us. And I could write a case study about the kids that will come in and the experiences that we'll have and the stories that we will tell. And not only the Bible stories that we will tell, but at the end of the week, the stories that we will tell about these young people and how their life was impacted by being a part of the zoo. So here we are at the zoo. On Thursday, we'll actually have some zoo animals who'll be here. The local zoo is bringing some creatures and critters to be able to augment our journey together. Today, though, we're thinking about our case studies. So thanks to Gabe and to Andrea, who were willing to be the first ones out the gate to be able to post. Now, I know you've been doing case studies with the two previous mentored ministry experiences, but this time we're thinking about the cross-cultural aspect. The cross-cultural piece for us in this conversation is essential. So we want to think about what are the cross-cultural dynamics? What are the dynamics of culture? Remember last week we said culture is often invisible to us. What are the things that I need to see about who I am and how I interact in this particular situation that I typically would not see, that I typically would just walk right past? I wouldn't even pay any attention to it because it's part of who I am. But what are the things that come into play for you in ministry that are like that, and especially in the situations that you will describe? What are the pieces about you and what you know about your presence in that situation, the values that you brought, and maybe the way that the values either engaged or conflicted with someone else's experience? So think about those things. Think about the cultural, ethnic, age background, educational background, economic dynamics, whatever it might be. Look at your case study from a cross-cultural perspective like it was sort of a diamond. And the diamond has different facets. So one facet is the economic experience. One is the educational background. One is that person's journey of personal faith. One is that person's experience as a part of a family, because many people bring their family journey to the church and have expectations that either the same things will happen or remarkably different things will happen to them as they engage the life of the church. So bring all those dynamics together, look at it from a various point of view. Be sure you add the biblical and theological components. Be sure that you look at your leadership background and all those dynamics and bring them to the table and bring them with as much clarity as possible. And then once you post, be sure that you follow up with your posting so that you are answering questions and dealing with issues that people find to be important. That's a critical ingredient. Thank you for completing the process of sending your learning covenants. So not everybody's completed sending your learning covenants, but if you'll do that in the next week, it'd be very helpful. Now, I understand there's some dynamics with the form. It won't allow you to enter all of the goals, so most of you are submitting just 3 goals. That's fine. Have 3 goals. Don't even worry about that 4th page that somehow is not really working electronically. Just submit your 3 goals, and we'll be just fine. Interact with me. Last week, I apologize for not being able to interact very much because it was our annual conference week, and this week is our Zoo Crew week with VBS. But we'll interact together, and we'll make it through the summer. Let's do it in a way that helps us learn and grow, not in a way that helps us just complete the task or get the credit. Let's learn together. Let's learn as colleagues. Let's learn as people who are engaged in ministry, have taken on this role, and we want to learn from one another. None of us has all the answers. Let's work together to be able to make some synergy happen. That's the way the body of Christ works, you know. We all come together with our different gifts to be able to make one whole that is healthy. So let's be the body of Christ. I pray God's blessing on you this week. Maybe you're doing VBS as well. Maybe this is your annual conference week. Maybe you have a camp. Maybe you have some other experience that is really pretty intense for you with your family or some other part of just life journey. Whatever it might be, I pray that you will bring that to the table and allow that to be a part of who you are in this context. God bless you. I look forward to seeing your interaction around Andrea's and Gabe's case studies. And I'll send you a little email ahead of time as you are up for the next week to be able to remind you and give you a framework about how that posting might happen. I do pray the Lord's blessing upon you all. It's a great gift to be in ministry. It's a great gift to be one of those people connected to the body of Christ who's been called to a particular type of function within the body. So let's be the body of Christ together. God bless you all. See you real soon.